If I can introduce God to one, just one, or die trying, it is enough. Because even in spirituality, we have made God into some sort of construct, like a genie sometimes, like a force of nature sometimes, like a place sometimes, like an energy sometimes. Just avoiding meeting God as is. It's God. So सच में है कि नहीं? सच है? पक्का. Is God really there? Is He really there? Oh no. Someone who sees everything is the highest intelligence, the highest guide, most loving parent, that which is the light of all the universes that have ever been. Light of consciousness itself. If it is true, what I'm saying, then either you should be gasping like a drowning person, saying, show me this one, or living in the light of the one, not exchanging it for anything egoic. But usually neither of these two happen. It just gets replaced by some trivial, nonsensical, worldly thing. That is the power of this Maya, this Lila, this mind. But the impact of all of that is that God can wait. I have more important things to do. God can wait. Knowing fully well that everything can happen in God's light anyway. But we are so obsessed with doing things my way If we don't empty ourselves and live in God's light, because we want things my way, you want your story to go your way, well, it never does. What will you give up? What are we giving up on to be right? Who are we giving up on to be right? Most of us don't spend a moment in the whole day surrendering, with the head bowed down to God. That's why I'm saying that whatever you do, don't have a okay, we'll see, there's no time right now type attitude to God. Either you refute it, say that I've heard everything that Ananta has to say, all the teachers have to say, and I'm not buying any of it. It's all garbage. I'm going to throw it away and lead my life. He's deluded, he's stupid, he's foolish, or he's a con artist, whatever. Either you conclude that, or you say that, let's find out. Is it really true? How difficult can it be to find out whose presence is within you? How difficult can it be? You just have to be with it to find out. You can't think about it. You can't wait for some experiences to show you. You just have to be with it. And some of you may say, but how do I be with it? I can't even find it. For that, you have to let go, be empty of yourself, thought by thought. That's it. But don't say tomorrow. Let your heads explode. Let your lives explode. Let everything explode. But don't say tomorrow. To find God is important today. Nobody knows that you will be alive tomorrow. The next pandemic may wipe us all out in one night. We may not even realize. Then you want to die without ever having lived. Just zombies meeting other zombies, creating zombie fantasies. There is no life without God. There is no love without God. There is no intelligence. There is no knowing without God. There is no light without God. If you decide that all importance will not be self-importance but importance to God, if you put God in the center of your narrative, move me from there. If all concern is for God alone, and you are determined in your heart to follow only God's will and not my way, then the mind will not have power over you. The thoughts will not seem tempting, as compelling. You see? So, for most of you, I want to say that we have to stop fixing ourselves. Most of us are still trying to fix ourselves. Just run to God instead. So then the locus, the central character, the locus of your life will change from the non-existent me. Most of us still want to surrender so that we can have a better life. We heard that surrender helps us to have a better life. That's not surrender. Surrender is whichever way God keeps us. And that's why I keep asking, and I don't know, I may keep repeating this so often, all of you may leave. Whether God is real and God is in your heart. Because if God is real and God is in your heart, what else are we concerned about? And if you don't know, then that's all you need to find out. Be tired of this zombiedom. Are our lives really that much different from these zombies movie trailers that we see? Not really. See, they also just walk around. Me. Might as well go. Same. It's the same. Maybe the inventor of this was being satirical and making a commentary on human existence. How is our life different? We take ourselves to be this bucket of meat walking around from place to place. The only thing that makes our life full of light and special is God's light. And we don't value that. We feel happy to hold the hand of other zombies. And then we die. What is this life? Is it that different from this? Is it that different from those ones who are tied up inside Plato's cave? Same, all these metaphors, narratives are about our lives. The myth of Sisyphus, all this is about our life. Snap out of it. Shine, shine with the light which is in you. And when you shine like this, then your life is worthy of spreading the light. You don't need any more zombies spreading the zombie love. Snap out of it. See that God is real. He's a real living being. God is not some imaginary emotional idea. God is a real living being. The only real living being. Where life comes from. And we think we can run our life better than He can. He is the source of all life, the source of all intelligence. Yeah, no, this is practical stuff. This God can't do. He's practical. I am the master of practical. When we exchange God, we leave Him for tomorrow. Every day we leave Him for tomorrow. And then it's time to go. Because what about me? I'm so important. What about me? What happens to me? Well, true life happens to you. When can I come to this satsang all excited to meet lights of God? When is that day? When I come, I feel like I don't have to say. All these children, they're shining so bright. Can you imagine how this satsang will be one day, by God's grace? All of us gather and it's just God's light, God's love being shared. No concern about what about me, what's happening with me, my life. Imagine if the whole world becomes like that. What a joy. So when your head is empty, then your heart can be full. And when your heart is full, only then can you recognize God's presence to be God. So keep your head empty at all costs. His mind says, unless you go with this thought, the world will explode. Let it explode. Your life will go to the dogs. Let it go. Unless it has God's light, God's guidance, God's grace, don't go. The mind will scare you with fear tactics. Nothing. Remember, you said your life is surrendered to God. Was it just lip service?